Hi mamas, it's Gabby here. I'm sorry I can't be with you today. I've got the shingles and very fun. And I can't give anybody else the shingles, but you can give somebody who hasn't had the chickenpox before the chickenpox. So I will not be at the clinic Monday or Tuesday, and all things going well, I will see you next Monday. Okay, so in the meantime, I did want to send you some stretching love all the way from over here, from this really fun black and white living room we've got going on. So, theme for today is going to be what I've been experiencing with the shingles, which are pretty painful, and minute to minute. So, I'm feeling a little bit better today, but the last couple of days have been pretty crummy and very minute to minute. And that reminded me a lot of when I was having postpartum issues. They seemed very minute to minute. So what do we do in the minute to minute? Okay, now that I've said that 3 times, let's get started. Wherever you have found a comfortable seat. I don't know if you can see how fun this one is. Oh yeah. Black and white extravaganza. So go ahead and sit back in the seat to start out with. So in my case, I'm feeling where the back, my lower back is connecting with the chair. Maybe where my feet have landed. Mine have landed on the floor. Where have yours? If it feels okay in your body today to close your eyes, we are drawing inward. We are drawing inward to our breath. If it's feeling minute to minute for you, your body has already told you where the pain is. Your neck, for me, right? Under the bra strap area, my back. Tuning in to that, right? Our bodies are so good about talking to us about that. I want you to find a place in your body that is not in pain, that is not painful right now. It might have to be your pinky toe or your pinky. You know, I've heard a lot about the yin and the yang, or yin and yang, is how I used to say it. Feeling the pain with the not painful. That both of those can live inside my body. Two more breaths here. As you flicker your eyes open, we'll come to the front edge of our seat. Starting with our hands next to us, I'm just gonna work on my shoulders here first. That was one place where I could definitely feel a lot of pain. Neck is another. So I'm gonna start to roll my shoulders up towards my ears, back towards the window, down towards the chair, forwards towards you. And I repeat. Just listening for where the sensation feels good and where I might need to be sending a little more breath. If you do nothing else in this practice but breathe with me, you have done enough. Switching directions if you haven't already. I'm going to really exaggerate the forward motion. That's feeling really good in my body today. Kind of letting my elbows flare out and down. One more this way. Let that settle. And before we go on, just feeling the difference in having moved my shoulders a bit. Let's carry that on minute by minute to the next. Our nose to help our neck. So I'm drawing a circle on the wall in front of me. Really connecting the breath with the movement. If I have to move less so that my breath stays with my movement, then so be it. Switching directions here. I'm gonna add a little minute-to-minute flare, which is as it moves, I'm gonna let my hands come to the base of my skull, top of my spine. And it's kind of this motion here, and I'm just walking along, kind of just pressing wherever it feels good on my neck. Bringing that awareness to somewhere else in my body, since this area is on fire. Okay, switching directions if you haven't already done so. Now I'm gonna turn it into more of a clasped hand situation going on back here. And I'm gonna be using the palm of my hands actually to be finishing this off. Palm of my hands. Just giving some attention, some love to my neck. Okay. Shaking it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. This next move can be done seated or standing. I'm going to be doing it seated today so that I stay in range. It's a heart opener at the start, so it's the feeling of goal posting my arms. That feels really good. And what's happening is I'm shining my chest up to the sky while my elbows are trying to press forward. I'm trying to touch the camera with my elbows. So they start out here, they move forward while my chest shines open. I'm drawing a line towards the ceiling with my nose. Feeling my two shoulder blades kissing, right? I could fit a paintbrush in between the shoulder blade area. Opening up here. And then I'm gonna let my arms sweep wide and forward. Like I'm hugging a beach ball. I'm curving my spine like we're doing cat-cow. This feels very much like the cat. And on the next inhale, the goalpost comes back. You can stay at goalpost arms and just focus on melting your shoulders down your back, melting your shoulder blades together, and just lightly looking up. Or you can press your elbows forward, look a little further back, get a little bit of a back bend going on here. Remembering that the breath has to be along with the movement. Two sides of the same coin here. And one more beach ball. So my arms are coming wide and forward. I'm hugging my beach ball. Inhaling. Exhaling, I'm blubbering through the lips. One more inhale here. Exhaling, blubbering through the lips. And I'm not going to come back up. I'm going to stay forward, walking my feet out a little more. And I'm just going to let my head hang heavy in between my legs. So I'm just shaking my head, letting my hair run loose. All I'm trying to do here is get my heart below my head, or excuse me, my head below my heart. Head below the heart. So if you have to stand up, right, to get that, you can turn to the side here. You can even be somewhere up here, down here. Breathing, again, remembering that if you lose the breath, you can always pick it back up. All right, rooting to rise here. We're gonna come and stand all the way back up. Oop, lost my head there, that's okay. Because the action is gonna be happening in here. So my feet, larger than hip width apart. My hands can start either, like we said, goalpost arms or arms out and up for starfish. So my feet are slightly pointing out. My feet are pointing outwards. My hands are trying to point to each corner of the room. I'm engaging my navel, engaging my abs by drawing my navel to my spine. A little bit a tuck of the pelvis, so it kind of looks, so instead of being like this, my pelvis is gonna come under, and my hands can either just feel that engagement in my chest, right, to start out with, and then starfish. Starfish, my hands, it's like I'm getting the mittens pulled off of them in each direction. My feet are grounding into the floor, right? I can lift all 10 toes off of the ground. Starfish. You can give yourself a little bit of a back bend here, or stay upright. Whatever feels okay in your body today. One more round of an entire spine, torso, legs. This is an all body movement, right? So starfish pulling in all directions turns into that beach ball hug that we've done before, right? So my hands are coming in together and I'm gonna roll down my spine and open back up, back up, back up, back up into star. One more time, the beach ball coming in. You can lean all the way, let your head drape back and forth. We are gonna come back up to rise on this one, star. Hands come overhead. Feet come back together underneath us. You can go ahead and peek to see that your toes are even, your shoes are even. Hands come down to our side. Tadasana, mountain pose. Ta-da! We made it. Okay. We're gonna do a move here just to check in with our balance. So my feet are plugged into the ground, and all I'm gonna do is lean forward like I'm in a ski jump, right? And lean back as far on my heels as I can. And you can kind of make it into a move. Your hands can fly back a little bit. Come forward off of your toes onto your heels. See if this time, instead of coming onto your toes, you can just come onto the ball of the front of your foot. Toes could lift up just to check to make sure you're there. Back. Okay, now if you're feeling really lucky, go ahead and close your eyes a little bit. All the way if possible. Flickering your eyes closed. Flickering your eyes halfway closed if that feels more comfortable, just to be able to still see. Engaging a little bit of movement. Now feel what it feels like to get a micro bend in your knee while you do this. A micro bend in your knee. Back and forth. Okay. Back and forth. And now I'm gonna let that move settle into my center. Again, I can peek down at my toes to see that they're lined up. Shoulders come up, down and back. My hands come forward into anatomical position. I'm imagining I can pinch a paintbrush between my shoulder blades. Three breaths here. Really feeling your legs melting into the floor, the micro bend in your knee. Slight tuck of the pelvis. Chest shines forward. Crown of the head being lifted to the sky, to the sun. One more breath here. Okay, let's take a comfortable seat. We are going to finish with some exercises that I have been doing this last few days when I just need a little bit of, I'm doing something, even if I'm laying down. So, eyes focused on right in front of you. The first thing you're going to do is roll them like you're rolling your eyes, like we did with our neck, without moving our nose or neck. And roll them out the other way. So I'm just rolling, rolling. Slow down the roll, slow your roll. And let it pause in the middle. Now I want you to do a figure 8 with just your eyes. Nose trained right in front of you, right? So I'm not looking down, I'm not looking up, I'm looking straight ahead. And all I'm gonna do is roll my eyes like I'm trying to follow this figure 8 pattern that I'm tracing here. just with my eyes. It's really hard in the beginning not to want to move other body parts to accommodate, which is so helpful, right? And just trace it the other way. Okay, now we're gonna do north, south, east, west, same idea. So you're gonna look up for 2 seconds, 1 breath. Up, up, up as far as you can. Now, you're going to be looking to your right as hard as you can. Hard, like trying to see what's over there without moving your head at all. Then we're going to look down, south. It's really hard not to move your neck on the down one. Our eyes are really trained to look down from all the texting and keyboards. Okay, now we're going to look to our left. Back up. Trace that one more time on your own breath. Up. Right. South. Down. Over to your left. And close your eyes. Take any movements, final movements here that you feel your body needs. I will do the same. Okay. When you finish with that, bring your hands to heart center. Connecting with the breath again, here for these first few. Now let the breath breathe for itself. Don't try to alter it. Finding a soft space that you can make, maybe in your eyebrows, your jaw, your shoulders. Maybe allowing for a slight up crease in your smile. Connecting in that minute to minute. Listening to our breath. Going inward. Going inward. To find some softness. Some space. Getting curious that it won't always feel this way. And in the minute to minutes, I can connect with the stillness, with the peace in myself. After this last breath, together. Thank you so much for spending almost 20 minutes with me, breathing, connecting, moving, and I will see you all tomorrow.